Despite what Jordan Peterson says, there are times when we have to take collective responsibility. I'm going to talk today about the wearing of face masks. Now, often with my rants, they're humorous, but this one isn't. This is serious. Even a simple cloth mask can help stop the spread of coronavirus and other viral diseases like colds and flu. How does this work, you might ask? Just saying a few words can generate hundreds of droplets ranging from 20 to 500 micrometers, and these just come out of your mouth and hang in the air for periods of time. These droplets can contain viruses, especially if you're infected with one. And when someone else breathes them in, they contract the virus and may become ill. Nearly all of these droplets can be stopped with a simple cloth mask. Oxygen molecules, however, which measure in nanometers, will not be stopped by the cloth. It's important to remember this. Oxygen molecules are several orders of magnitude smaller than the droplets that contain viruses. Just put your pulse ox on your finger, put a cloth mask on, and you'll find that your O2 level does not drop one bit, despite many articles that you'll find on the internet and videos on YouTube that say that it will. They are just plain wrong. Try it for yourself. So, the stoppage of many of these droplets leaving your mouth and hovering in the air is one way that we can stop the spread of disease, or at least reduce it. Because of it being unethical to form a control group, i.e. have one group of people wearing masks and another group not during a pandemic, studies have been conducted, what we might call in the wild, looking at states and countries where mask wearing is mandatory compared with those where it isn't. And frankly, people not wearing them of their own volition, just deciding that they're going to go against any such orders or advice from the CDC. It was found that after the introduction of a mask-wearing order, growth rate slowed by 0.9% in the 5 days following the decision to go to mandatory masks, and this grew to 2% over a 3-week period. Countries where mask-wearing is more prevalent and culturally normal have had, in general, lower death rates. There's a reason for this, and that's something called initial viral load. If you don't get infected with so much of the virus at the beginning, there's a good chance of a better outcome. Now, there's not been long enough to have these studies for coronavirus, but this has worked for many other viruses studied in the past. For example, I found an actual research paper on exactly this with SARS. People who had an initial viral load that was lower had better long-term outcomes. Masks both protect the wearer and those around them by stopping many droplets, as we've already mentioned, but more importantly, stopping them before they become aerosolized, which is very tiny droplets. Masking still does not completely eliminate risk. You can catch the virus, for example, through the membranes of your eyes, but it reduces the risk significantly. Researchers predict that if 80% of people masked in public, it would be at least as good, if not better, than a strict lockdown. Simple cloth masks are better in general than the N95 or similar valved masks, as valved masks only really protect the wearer, and the whole point is to protect those around us, which in turn protects us. Yet, we have to cooperate. There are times when everybody cannot act as an individual. It's a part of being in a society. You have to concern yourselves with others sometimes, and in turn, guess what? You're actually protecting yourself by being concerned for others. It's also been shown that wearing of a cloth mask can be more effective than social distancing or hand washing. So wear a mask. It's a no-brainer. The only people who refuse to wear masks are those with no brains. Okay, I'll agree. That last statement wasn't quite there, because I know that some people, for example, people who have PTSD, don't get on well with a mask on their face and they feel that they're suffocating. But this is a small section of society. Did you hear what I said? 80% of people masked in public would be as good, if not better, than a strict lockdown. Don't claim that you're one of the people who can't wear one if you can. Stop being an idiot, wear a mask, protect other people. This in turn protects you.